Hi, we're Josh, Julia, and Bryce, and we're here to talk about how popular culture has the potential to challenge stereotypes and foster inclusivity. So, what is popular culture? Popular culture is a phenomenon that occurs in everyone's lives. It comprises of the thoughts, ideas, attitudes, perspectives, images, and behaviors which is consumed and shared by the general masses. This can be in the form of MTV, music, films, etc. Before we even explain how teachers can implement popular culture in the classroom, we need to understand why we should even bother considering it in the first place. So, as previously indicated, popular culture is prevalent in everyone's lives, and it is its abundance and consumption within students' informal curriculum that influence their beliefs and identities. It is the messages embedded in popular culture that we need to assist students in deciphering, in order for them to develop healthy identities and belief systems. The use of popular culture in the classrooms was first suggested in the late 1980s. Teachers were given the opportunity to incorporate songs, film, anime, and technology with their pedagogy. For example, the movie Aladdin could be used to explore the subtle racist tropes where the lighter-skinned characters were depicted as heroes and the darker-skinned characters as villains. So as you can see, popular cultural artifacts comprise of messages that can affect young people's perspective of life outside of the classroom. By bringing it into the classroom and into the formal curriculum, we can use it to challenge stereotypes within society, use it to foster inclusivity, which also strengthens student-teacher relationships, but we will also talk about some of the critiques of its use as presented by certain scholars. So since popular culture shapes students' identities and beliefs, there may be certain things that students know from popular cultural artifacts that need to be explored in further detail or need to be corrected in order to understand the nuances of what they're consuming. And we can do this with the help of critical media literacy. So, critical media literacy is a skill that helps students understand how print and non-print media construct their knowledge of the world and the various social, economic, and political positions they occupy within. For instance, in Stephen's study, children were able to critically analyze and rationalize the appeal of the racially offensive jokes in the TV comedy South Park via a presentation. This then opened a discussion forum for political correctness and racial backlash in the classroom. We also know that popular culture can be used to challenge stereotypes and messages conveyed by what young people consume. We also see how teachers can use popular culture to correct and amend any stereotypes and discrepancies that they've learned from their informal curriculum of popular culture.
So, we know that popular culture can be used to challenge stereotypes and messages conveyed by what young people consume, but it can also be used to foster inclusivity, and there are many benefits from this, such as classroom management, bringing marginalized students into the conversation, for example, students who have physical or mental disabilities or even ESL students. As mentioned before, in Stephen's study, the teachers were able to incorporate themselves in their students' interest through a debate of their favorite TV show. This bridging of the students' and teachers' world can strengthen teacher-student relationships. This is extremely important in classroom management as the ability to relate and create bonds with students is the most important part of classroom climate. We as teachers are not expected to be the student's friend, but close bonds can make your job easier in guiding their academic, social, and emotional abilities. A debate isn't the only way to create this bond. It can also be done with simple icebreakers. For example, tell us your name and favorite superhero, and why you chose that hero. So, by using popular culture, you can strengthen teacher-student relationships by allowing teachers and students to share each other's worlds, which foster inclusivity. In addition to popular culture's use for strengthening student-teacher relationships, it can be used in pedagogical content to foster inclusivity for children who may be from an ESL background or have physical or mental disabilities. For example, stories and characters in popular culture which are similar to these children's background can be incorporated from the informal curriculum into the mainstream formal curriculum. This normalizes their cultural background, which fosters inclusivity. So, as you can see, popular culture can challenge stereotype tropes in film in order to understand the nuanced messages they consume. It can help create bonds between the teacher and student in order to help teachers manage the classroom. And it has the ability to foster inclusivity by incorporating disability and ESL tropes into the formal curriculum.
However, there has been some challenges and opposition to popular culture's implementation, despite its benefits. Some scholars have argued that the incorporation of popular culture within the classroom is unnecessary and minimises expectations of students, that incorporating popular culture within the classroom may diminish the need for student identity amongst their peers, and that culture as a whole may be negatively influenced by popular culture. In spite of these criticisms posed by some scholars, we believe the benefits of popular culture, as presented by others, outweigh these criticisms. Thus, we wholeheartedly advocate for the use of popular culture to challenge stereotypes and foster inclusivity in the classroom.